As a matter of fact, I do have one question. Oh, you.
Yo.
You don't gotta sound so disappointed.
It's fine, it's fine. Just ask your question.
Oh yeah. Okay, so, well, I was just wondering, how did the culprit get into Makoto's room in the first place?
Yes. How did the killer get inside?
Maybe Sayaka just dropped the key somewhere and the culprit picked it up. That's possible, right?
I don't think so. That seems way too convenient.
Then, maybe someone picked the lock?
Negative! If you remember, Monokuma made it quite clear that the locks are all unpickable.
Fine. How about this? The killer got in the easy way. They could have knocked and said they wanted to talk or something, and Miss Maizono just let him in.
No, that can't be it either.
Oh, trying to argue against me? Sounds like someone doesn't know his place.
Like, shut up, bro.
Why exactly can't that be it?
Because she asked me to do something in particular because of how frightened she was. That's the answer right there. There's no way you let someone in because...
I got it! Because Sayaka
If I got
was
it wrong,
already
well, he still would have
remember?
said I got it if he got it.
That's
If I got
why
it
she asked
wrong.
me to switch rooms in the first place.
Don't open your door for anyone. Sure, even if I'm sure you actually won't open it, otherwise won't even swap in. If you get it
Knowing
wrong,
what
you
she'd
take
been
damage.
through, I just can't believe she would have opened the door
Take
for
damage.
anyone.
Hey.
What if her being scared was a lie?
Huh?
Oh.
Well, what the hell is that supposed to mean? Why would she lie about something like that?
I know you don't want to consider it, but look at this and tell me. Can you still deny the possibility?
There's something I want to talk to you about. Just the two of us in 5 minutes. Come see me in my room. Check your name, place, and make sure you don't get the wrong room, okay?
I found a notepad during my search, and I shaded in the top sheet with a pencil. And these are the words that appear.
Oh man!
Yo.
I've totally seen people do that on detective shows. When you write, it can leave an imprint. Sketch over the next sheet of paper, and you can see the words. When I saw that, I was like, holy crap! I better make sure I rip the paper out before I use it from now on.
It's a pretty old-fashioned technique, but even the classics can be surprisingly useful sometimes. Oh, and I should also mention, I found the notepad on the desk in Makoto's room.
Huh?
Did you just say Kai Yoko? I
Which
did not say
means
that.
only someone who had been in Makoto's room before the incident could have written it.
Then either it was Makoto who lived there, or Sayaka who switched rooms for a single night.
So, Makoto, did you write this?
No, I didn't. But
Of course you didn't, because the note also bears a perfectly legible signature. Sayaka's signature.
But why? Why would she write that?
The note was likely her way of getting in touch with a certain someone. She must have slid it under their door to let them know she wanted to meet with them in secret.
If you got an invitation like that from the ultimate pop sensation,
Oh my
what young man could resist?
Of course, I'm only into 2D, so it wouldn't have any effect on me.
Like what?
But can we be sure anyone...
Bro,
even
they're
wants
not even
this
into
note?
real women, bro. Like, come on, bro.
And honestly, even if they did, I do not think they are at all
You bringing up this
involved in what
2D mess,
happened.
bro. Like, calm down.
Huh? What?
Ooh,
Would you
let me
like
do
to
that.
hear what I have to say?
Of course, creepy girl.
Very well then. Pay attention.
Okay.
Sayaka and Makoto switched rooms, correct? But in the note, the place they were asked to come to, it specifically says, my room. I see. So if someone read that note, then they would have gone to Sayaka's room. Exactly. The room that Makoto was staying in. So in other words, even if someone did read the note and did what it said, they would not...
Yo! Miku, you said it would go back!
not have any connection to what happened.
It certainly would seem that way.
Sayaka and Makoto switched rooms, correct? But in the note, the place they were asked to come to, it specifically says, my room. I see. So if someone read that note, then they would have gone to Sayaka's room. Exactly. The room that Makoto was staying in.
No, it's wrong.
Bro, I did not miss it, bro.
The nameplates on Mai and Sayaka's rooms got switched.
They got switched?
That's right. The nameplates got switched, just like the rooms themselves.
You aim too high. Oh.
As a result, the nameplate on Sayaka's room actually had Makoto's
So after it goes through everyone, it restarts
and
automatically.
the nameplate on Makoto's room had Sayaka's.
So what you're saying is, the room Sayaka was staying in was actually marked as her room.
Then, if someone did do what the note said, they would end up at Makoto's room where Sayaka was.
Plus, their rooms are right next to each other, so switching the nameplates would be no problem. And the one who switched the names was... well, of course it wasn't you, right, Makoto?
Right?
Okay, then who did it?
I knew we had SWAT rooms. Me!
I got it! Me and Sayaka were the only ones who ever knew about us switching rooms. So the only other person besides me who would even know to switch the nameplates was Sayaka.
You can also infer as much from her note. She specifically tells the reader to check the nameplate. She would only have written that if she knew the nameplates had been switched.
But why would she switch them in the first place?
She wanted someone to come to the room she was in, and also hide the fact that it was Makoto's room.
What?
Inviting someone to your room, but not telling them you'd switched rooms. Why would anyone do that?
To understand that, we first need to understand what happened after she invited the person into the room. That's where the answer lies.
What happened then was probably whoever she invited over came in and attacked her. We figured it out! We know who did it! Whoever she invited over is the culprit!
But we still don't know who it is, you goddamn idiot!
I thought he was gonna
Sayaka
blame me,
fought
not
with
gonna
your
lie.
killer there in the room, yes? Perhaps the answer to our previous question lies in that initial struggle.
Yes, I think you're right.
Then... we just have to figure out what happened during the fight, right?
That reminds me. There was a replica sword at the murder scene. Was that perhaps used during the fight?
Oh yeah, what's the deal with that sword?
Sayaka suggested I should hold on to it. I thought it might come in handy if I had to defend myself. It seems pretty likely that the killer used it to break Sayaka's right wrist.
How the hell could you possibly know that's what broke her wrist?
Is that what I'm supposed to look at?
I got it! All you have to do is take a good look at her broken wrist, and it should become pretty clear. Right there where her wrist is all swollen, there's something glittery there.
Is that gold?
It sure is. Specifically, the gold coating from the replica sword. You barely have to touch that stuff, and it'll stick right to you. And there's some on her wrist because...
I got it! Because she got hit with the sword, right there on her wrist!
He's actually a goat.
I see.
He quick.
See.
Get him off
So
my
the
screen.
truth
I feel
draws
like I know which
ever
ending you're going to get
closer.
based off how you play.
All right, then
There's
it's
like
about
bad
time
endings.
to solve this mystery.
Is there that many endings is to this game, bro? Sure, let's hear more. You're getting used to there's a bad ending and a good ending. I'll start loading multiple truth points into your, but just like with the weak points, only one of these bullets can actually, in other words, from here on out, you'll have to combine the right truth points with the right. If you come up with the wrong combination, you'll take damage. You can press L1 to rotate, press and release to cycle through each one. If you hold, then you can use the left stick to. By the way, if the logic difficulty is set to kind, lower bullets will be loaded for the logic will be set to mean you can go left past one. Okay. I already used a knife set. So I don't think knife sets
Fighting
you.
broke out. The culprit grabbed the sword, and that's when the first blow was dealt. Sword-based sneak attack.
And that's what broke Miss Mizono's wrist.
So she tried to fight back. She grabbed the kitchen knife she had hidden away. But then the culprit took that from her too.
And they killed her with it.
And that's exactly what happened.
The person with the sword really did attack first. There's no explanation for how a certain part of the sword got damaged.
When the fighting broke out, the culprit grabbed the sword, and that's when the first blow was dealt. A sword-based sneak attack.
No, it's wrong.
Is that supposed to? That's like no, that's right.
Actually,
if he said that.
No. I don't think the fight started with the sword.
Why not?
Because the sword sheath had been scratched. See? There's a gash in it. Like someone cut into
I
it with
looked at how you
something
want to
sharp.
get it wrong. You thought I was going to select the sword
Something
one?
You mean like the kitchen knife? That was...
Stop jumping ahead. Slow down and explain it so I get what the hell's going on.
If the sword was used first, there wouldn't be any explanation for the scratch on the sheath.
Yes, or do the wrong statement.
If you are going to attack with the sword, you'd take it out of the sheath first, right?
That's true. With the sheath on, it'd be heavy and bulky and useless as shit.
Okay, so how did the sheath get damaged?
If they got attacked with the kitchen knife, maybe they grabbed the sword as a defensive impulse. In that situation, there wouldn't be any time to actually unsheath the sword.
So you're saying the sword was initially used to defend against an attack from the
Defend
knife?
against an attack from a knife.
Which means whoever had the kitchen knife was the one who attacked first.
I think I get it. So here's how it all played out. The culprit came in, found the kitchen knife hidden there somewhere. Then they took the knife and attacked Sayaka before she knew what was happening. So she grabbed the sword to defend herself, but then the culprit took that from her too. Then, after they broke her wrist with the sword, they took the knife and finished it.
Sorry, but I don't think Sayaka used the sword to defend herself.
What? How the hell can you not think that?
Because she never held the sword at all. There's a certain part of her body that makes this clear.
Her wrist. Wait. She used the sword to paint. If you wanted to use the sword, which part of your body would have touched it? Her wrist came.
I got it! You're talking about her palms, right? The palms of her hands were perfectly clean, so I don't think she ever picked up the sword.
How can you know that just by looking at her palms?
Like I said before, the gold coating on that sword comes right off. All you have to do is touch it. In fact, if you look, you'll notice that a lot of the gold has already come off the handle. It's safe to assume that's because whoever used the sword got some of it on their hands. There's really no way she could have picked it up and come away completely clean.
Maybe she washed her hands after she escaped into the bathroom.
Sorry, but I don't think so.
Why do you say that? Is it because you think I'm ugly?
What?
No, that's not it at
No,
all.
I'm not confused. I'm locked in. There's no way you wash the gold coating off her hands because the water. She's afraid. The waters was off at night, I think.
According to the Monokuma file, Sayaka's time of death was around 1:30 a.m. In other words, at nighttime. And the water in the bathroom shuts off at nighttime, right?
Yes, they do.
I didn't know that. Actually, I haven't taken a shower.
Why would a school turn off water anyway?
You're no different. You smell like a big fat ugly donkey.
Yo, imagine having it at night you can't wash.
I'm not sure whether to take that as an insult or a compliment.
What? Why would it be a compliment?
So
This guy's
anyway,
weird, bro.
Sayaka never touched the sword, and that means the killer is the only one who used the sword. But hold on.
That's right. Who damaged
And the
the
one
sheet?
who damaged the sheet with the kitchen knife was...
Sayako damaged it.
I got it!
Because the killer had the sword as defense.
Sayaka?
But we already said that the attack started with...
The person with the knife attacked first, and the sword was used as an impromptu defense.
And the one who attacked first was...
Sayaka?
Now do you understand? She wasn't a blameless victim in this.
No, far from it. It's almost as if she'd been planning to commit a murder of her own. She took the knife from the kitchen, then invited the culprit to the room she was staying in. And if it's true that she had the kitchen knife and attacked without provocation...
Indeed. These are all the actions of an assailant.
Which brings up another point. Makoto, Sayaka was the one who suggested you two switch rooms, correct? Maybe the reason she wanted to switch rooms was so that she could pin the crime on you. That is a possibility, is it not?
Sayaka wanted to... on me?
That would also explain why she would switch the nameplates. She wanted to get whoever she had targeted to come to Makoto's room where she was staying. And by committing the murder there, instead of her room, that would implicate Makoto. But for that to work, the target had to be lured out while still keeping the room swap a secret. If the target knew she had switched rooms, they would have become suspicious right away.
So all that's why she switched the names?
But doesn't that plan seem a little risky? For one thing, even if her plan worked, Mr. Naegi would just tell everyone they'd switched rooms.
I don't know. I'm not sure our soft-hearted Makoto is capable of that kind of cutthroat behavior. I'm sure Sayaka realized the same thing, which is why out of all of us, she asked him to switch rooms.
Yo.
Plus, she was the ultimate pop sensation. A totally forgettable kid. Or a national superstar.
Yo.
Are you more likely to believe?
Wait,
They owe me for what?
you're saying she had this all planned out?
Holy shit!
But in the end, her plan backfired. She launched her attack with the knife, then found herself under attack in turn. That must be when her wrist got broken, and she was forced to drop the knife.
The tables were suddenly turned on her, and she died at the hands of the one she'd planned to murder.
Ooh.
Just hold on! That can't be true! Because...
Hey! You guys have totally derailed the argument.
He just been sitting here vibing to all this.
You're being super boring right now. Come on, hurry up and decide who did it. Wouldn't it be awful if I had to punish you all just because you ran out of time?
Oh yeah, we gotta decide who we think did it.
Makoto, right now you just need to concentrate on figuring out the answer to this mystery. If we can't uncover who murdered Sayaka,
so
it's over for all of us.
We not gonna bring up the message or nothing? What? Okay, no one's talking about the message? Oh.
It's easy just to say, hey, decide who did it. But there just aren't any more clues, right?
Yeah, shut up.
No, it's wrong.
It's you! It's you,
There still
Leon!
might be one clue left. Sayaka's dying message.
Dining. Wait, what did you say?
This is the end
dying
already?
Message.
This ain't take no
She
2
wrote
hours.
something on the wall behind her, remember? 11037. Written in her own blood. There must be a clue about the killer hidden in there.
Well, before we get too far into that, I need to ask,
I think
can
it's
we
close to
really be
mine.
sure that Sayaka is the one who wrote it?
There's no question or the message can prove it. Did she use her finger to,
I got it! Her left index finger had blood on it. That could only be because she used that finger to write the message.
I see. She broke her right wrist during the fight, so she'd have to use her left hand to write.
Sure. I think we can all agree Sayaka wrote it. But still, what the heck do those numbers mean? 1, 1, 0.
There goes the L, the E, the O, the N. Well, it's not an N, but like.
Hey, Chihiro.
Just.
You're a computer nerd or whatever, right? You should know all about numbers and shit.
No, that's not... Yes, I'm a programmer, but I don't see any kind of meaning in these numbers.
Of course. It's because they're not numbers.
Oh, yeah, it looks like...
Huh? What?
No, it's just... look at the numbers, assuming they're not numbers. Don't these first two, 1, 1, look less like two numbers and more like one letter?
Ah, you're right. The connecting line is barely there.
Oh, I even see
So
the
I
connecting
assumed
thing,
it
not
was
gonna lie.
1, 1, but... Looking at it now, you could also read it as an N.
Whoa. You might have finally just said something worth a shit.
Our little gray cells are really getting excited now.
But even if that really is an N, N037, doesn't make any more sense than before.
Rotate the image 180 degrees.
Rotated.
Oh my god. Now I see. She wrote down the killer's name.
Huh? You just shot past the clue part and right on to who did it.
So, whose name did she write?
Where are you? Where are you? Where are you?
Here's my answer.
Get him out of here! Get
The
him
key to
gone!
solving this mystery is simply to rotate the writing 180 degrees. If you turn the message around, it becomes the letters L-E-O-N.
Okay, the first chapter is the tutorial.
L-E-O-N. Or more accurately, Leon.
What the hell are you talking about? It's just a coincidence. It's just a bunch of random squiggles that
yo,
happen to
calm
look like my
down.
name.
No, it's not random at all.
In the second and third game, the killer isn't obvious.
She wrote that message on the
Oh,
wall
first
behind
chapter.
her as she was leaning up against it. In that position, she couldn't move to write normally, and had to write upside down, as it were. And as a result, when you look at it standing in front of her, it ends up getting flipped. Try it for yourself if you want. Write something sitting like her, and the letters will be inverted.
That sounds like one hell of a stretch to me. I'm the killer? You can't just go and say shit like that.
Calm down, little
If you're
dude.
not the killer, then why did you try to destroy the evidence?
Huh?
You know what I'm talking about, right, Makoto?